Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, gathering of Eagles family. This year we're celebrating our sixth annual gathering of Eagles, which starts in about 13 days. And so this is our final meeting. Hey, if you have crew, if you have ground crew, if you have skippers or safety vessels, any of our volunteers and staff that might be participating, helping you out on each of our destination and arrival points, if you could please ask them to watch our last two orientation videos. They will help each and every one of our volunteers and participants know a little bit more about what the gathering is about, our schedule of events. This is for all of our campers and just everybody that will be participating from throughout the world. Again, thanking each and every one of you, your dedication and love, and hey, we started a fundraising for our canoe on GoFundMe. And so just to really appreciate everyone's good thoughts, good feelings. It's a healing time for many of us. Just this last week, I have to mention we had a service for one of our elders. Her, she came to every gathering when the canoes landed here at Lummi. And so it's a real tender time. And so I'm just going to open up in a good way if we can. Not to take up too much of your time. I know summer is here as we start with our sixth annual gathering of the Eagles. So just thanking our Creator, thanking all of our relatives that are here today, asking blessings upon them and their families, their canoe families. Some of us might have incarcerated relatives, relatives in nursing homes or in the hospital. We might have relatives that might be sick and in need of prayer. We know our family on San Juan Island was asking for prayer. So sharing just a good word and a good heartfelt thought for all of us and all of our families as we get through these most difficult and trialsome times. Even though the world and our national leadership, there's no hope. Well, I'm glad that each and every one of our relatives gathered here today help bring this hope to all of our communities as we share and care the best way we can and paddle the ancestral highways, visiting the ancestors, visiting the sacred places, calling them by their names, and remembering that we do this stitupsen as best as we can. And so we ask our Creator, God, in our language, Chals, the great changer, that just continue to bless our family and bless us with some beautiful weather. And thank you for guiding us all in a good way, and remembering that a good word goes a long way. And so, Siamana Chalcha, just these few blessings and prayers to each and every one of you. Thank you. Thank you all. Just really good to see all of our friends and relatives here. Just want to let you know we have four canoes going on the journey, and we see our relative Ray Hilaire and the Northwest Indian College just confirmed this morning that they were able to come along on our journey for probably the first time, I think. And I know Ray's been on the journey with our beloved Auntie Luti. And so I'm just really glad. I just want to recognize our relatives for being here and joining our conversation today. And uh, I just want to just really, I just want to thank everybody for getting us this far. This is uh, going to be a little tough year for me and many of us. We are all so blessed to continuously to have each other And so I just really quickly want to just go around the horn here, as we say here at Lummi, and introduce to everyone our main organizers that are joining us this morning. And I'd like to start with Carrie. If you could, just Carrie, real quickly, introduce yourself and where you're at and what you're doing.
Thank you, Freddie. Carrie Bowman. I live down in the Seattle area and I'm supporting on the ground and with equipment and helping Freddie organize some of the logistics. Really glad to be here.
Thanks, Carrie. Paul, or is that Paul? Is it Paul on here? Oh, I'm sorry. Let's see. We'll just go to is that Che? Go ahead, Che, introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Shave Lane. I live on Orcas Island, and I am one of the people helping to coordinate your arrival and celebration here.
All
Welcome.
right. Oh,
Blessings.
thank you. Welcome. Appreciate you being on board here. The Queen of Maui and Auntie Franny. The same thing happens to me when I'm on my phone.
So, Freddie, I watched your YouTube video from last night, but I wanted to check in with you folks. We've got a big day today because I'm hosting students from San Diego flying into Maui. But we're excited to see you all. We're coming with 12, 7 youth, and 5 of us women. And yeah, we're excited to be with you. And Raymond, I'm so glad you're bringing your students. Yay! Um, but I'm happy to see all your beautiful faces, and we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. OMG.
That's great. Good to see you. Aloha. Aloha. Robin Reed.
Hi there, everyone. Such a pleasure to be here with you. I help coordinate the team of about 5 folks here on Lopez that are organizing the 50 volunteers that we have and 18 businesses that are supporting food and accommodation and transport and a number of other things. And this morning, the subject was sleeping bags. So we're all we're all getting ready to go. And thank you so much.
That's great. Eva, I see you.
Hello, wonderful to see you all. We are so excited for the arrival on San Juan Island, and the faith community and Friends of the San Juans is working to coordinate a good seafood boil with Jan Sandberg as our chef again, and even a potato bar this year. So we are eagerly awaiting and excited to lean in. However, we here we are needed. Thank you, Freddie.
That's great. Is that Sandy? Sandy and Uva?
Yeah, yeah, it's Sandy Taylor and Crystal here in Olga, and we look forward to hosting the canoe journey for a couple of nights here. And I've taken care of by far the most important task. I've ordered porta potties. Thank you.
Oh, Siam, keeping us on track. Thank you, Sandy, Uva, Crystal, our family there in Buck Bay. Let's see, Dale, I see you. Good, glad to thank you for joining us, Dale.
Yeah, good to see you guys. I'm just driving, getting ready for crab season opening on Thursday. So I'm just cruising around in the truck down here at the boat. So, yeah, good to see you all.
Yeah, glad you're online and look forward to seeing you, brother, in a couple of weeks. Ray.
Hello, everybody. Name's Raymond Hilaire Sr., carrying 2 names, Indris Poos and Samasut. Just would like to share with everybody that we're, proud to announce that we're able to join this year of the Gathering of the Eagles. Like what was shared before, it's times that we're on the Gathering of Eagles, but as being on land. So I'm very excited. The canoe family that I come from was all Helixon from my late grandfather, James Hilaire Sr., everyone knowing him as Uncle Smitty, and Luti George Hilaire, Wap Healy, but we'll be working with Northwest Indian College. And so that's the canoe that will be coming on, but very excited. This is going to be first year that I'm going to be able to paddle on the Gathering Eagles. But, quickly thanking everybody that's taking, a hand in this. As like it was shared before, not one person, not two-person, it takes a whole village to coordinate and organize. And I'm glad that this is happening. I'm going to be excusing myself early. The families used to take late Grandpa Smitty to the Mariners games. So we'll be traveling here soon down to Seattle in celebration of his remembrance and his birthday. But yeah, look forward to seeing you all. Good.
Hey, Siam, and I see a Zoom user, our final. Oh, Siam. Oh, boy.
Am I the Zoom user? I was just pushing buttons on my phone. I was like, I don't know what happened. Hatzlachel, Siab, Wagalapu Daishid, Carl Orton skipper of the Chief Leshai canoe family. I hear Dale's on here, and that's good to hear. Suela might be joining us. I'm not sure, but yeah, I'm glad to hear that NWIC is coming. We had a couple of our kids recently win some kind of national championship in basketball with them recently, and so we're celebrating them big time. So it's pretty exciting, and I'm glad to hear that. So, yeah. So, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Good to see you, Skipper. I am going to dive right into my presentation here, if you don't mind, because we had some changes to our schedule. And so give me just a moment. I am going to enter my full screen and I'm going to zoom in, Command plus plus plus. How's that? Y'all can see that okay? Uh, Really, this is just a poster just updated yesterday. Again, when you look at our poster, it has our tides on every single landing date. Um, our safety boat manager, Mr. Paul Henricks of Lopez Island, his number is not on this poster, but we're just being aware to all of our skippers, all of our participants. On an extreme minus tide, we are going to have some wind. And right now it's a beautiful flat day right across the Bellingham Bay here. And so, hey, we're hoping for 82-degree weather, just like our relatives in Maui on a cold morning. Um, we got, again, 4 canoes coming, Chief Leshai School. We got the Naihuku for Anella's Hawaiian group from Maui. And then we also have Uncle Kimo Keo in the Hawaiian Outrigger Voyaging Canoe family, and now the Northwest Indian College Canoe family. So 4 canoes, that's great. Hey, that is so good to hear. Remember, everyone, we're celebrating as neighbors. We're building bridges. We're celebrating village to village. This is a come on your own canoe encampment. So don't forget your sleeping bag and your pillow and it's really cold up in some mornings. Just want to go over a few things. If you haven't made your reservations, make your reservations for the ferry. We're going Anacortes to Lopez Island on May 16th. May 16th. We leave on the 10 a.m. ferry, which I could be corrected. It's at 10:45 or 10:40. But we're all on that ferry. If it is fully packed and there are no places, we can. I believe the reservation opens up 48 hours. So that'll be on Thursday when you want to make your reservations. Very important. And the reason why we have you make your own reservations is because you have to put your own credit card down. And if you don't make it, they charge your credit card, I believe 1375. We are anticipating that prices are going to go up with the cost of fuel, just anticipated. Okay, what you paid last year might and possibly will be more expensive for you to bring a vehicle over. If you have a camper and you're bringing it over, anticipate, yeah, $300-400 ferry ride just to Lopez Island. So just emphasizing that. We want to make sure everyone brings their own food. Make sure you have food for your camp. We have off hours. Sometimes we run out of food. And so have your food. And when we have potluck dinners, we want every canoe family, everyone to participate. And I'm trying to coordinate our cooks a little easier. You see Carrie Bowman's number on here, and just want all the cooks to give a shout out to call Carrie and check in so that we know that nobody gets left out. These are rain or shine gatherings, okay? I- e- every all the last 29 water festivals that I have in my accolades, I plan for rain. I can anticipate a 35 to 45% chance of every water event that I do. It's May. May flowers are coming out. Hey, we'll hope for the best, but plan for as we do here in the Northwest rain. Don't forget to bring your own chair. These are important. All of our events are alcohol, drug free. Really appreciate that. Not to say that one of the relatives last year he thought it was a real gathering, and he had a bottle of wine at one of the events, and it just passing that on. My number's right here. Hey, if you need to call me. Uh, uh, my number two, Carrie Bowman, his number is right here. Robin Reed, her number is right here. If you need to check in, I know there's some questions with our usage of the school, and we'll get to that after once we talk with Robin. Miss Stephanie Buffum's number is right here for San Juan Island, and Sharon and the family there on Orcas Island's number is right here. Hey, we started a fundraising. We're trying to get a new canoe. The new canoe costs 21,900. Comes with a trailer, and I guess that's going to be our new goal. We were shooting for 8,000, but depending on our funding mechanisms, but this is our donations. The large donations can be made to our friends of the Friends for Life nonprofit, and there's their phone number and address. And of course, I just have to thank Mr. I just want to do a shout out to Mr. Ray Morris. He always he always lets us use his images, and I know we're making gifts and giveaway. And hey, Ray Morris has been the best in letting us use his eagle images. uh, Going over this updated schedule. And if you need this, I just updated it. Don't forget on this page, this is where the days are that were. I made it a little bit bolder, and just so you because we lose track of time. But on the 16th, as of right now, we plan on arriving at Washington Park at or around 7 a.m. And we're getting ready for an 8 o'clock departure. I never put any of this times in there because this will be the time that, if we remember a couple of years back, some of the canoes had to tow over. Remember, we're expecting a 2'7" low tide at 10:41. So the tide's going to be slack. Should it be calm and there's no white caps going across Rosario there, the canoes will take off on or around eight or so. And I think it's a 4 hour, 5 hour paddle over. So again, this will be just determined that morning. We might have a meeting Friday night with just the skippers and do a call, okay? So just skippers, Friday night, May 15th. We might check in to look at the forecast and if things are looking good, we'll be a go. But the next morning when we arrive, the skippers, we're just going to pull all the skippers together and they're going to make that call. Should we have to tow? Uh, we'll have our safety vessels and we'll try and put as many passengers and participants in the safety vessels because every person that jumps on the ferry, it's an additional, I can't remember, $14 or $17 cost that's added to the ground crew that's going over on the ferry that morning. Okay? So I just want to make that just really clear that hey, we'll arrive for a soft landing like we do at 12 noon if all goes well. And I believe our relatives on Lopez Island will have a lunch for you, a brown bag, a sandwich, and some chips, and then our 1 p.m. canoes arrive at every single one of our destinations at 1 p.m. This one's at Spencer Spit. Hey, a couple hours, give everyone, let them set up, and then we'll start. The cooks can head down to Lopez Community Center, where we'll be both days. Both days. That's new for the schedule. Saturday and Sunday will be both days. Our potlucks are all at 5 o'clock. Okay, 5 o'clock potlucks, and we'll do protocol and presentation. And hopefully, right around 7 or so, we'll finish up with some teachings and our Haikucha handshake, I call. Uh, Haikucha, as I may have shared with you many of times, Haikucha, it's never goodbye. It's until we see you again. And so that's pretty much the arrival day schedule. Not that I'm going to zoom through this, but we do have low tides on day 2, Sunday. We may go out at 7 or 8 a.m. with some of the canoes. We may take them out to for some of us and even some of the coordinators, we might do a 7 or 8 a.m. paddle, and that's just to give everybody a chance to get out on the water. Again, this is weather permitting, and the tide's not doing too bad there in Lopez Sound. We'll be going possibly clam digging. So bring your clam gun, you Indians. You know what your clam gun is. I brought some extra shells. I'm just kidding. A clam gun is one of the fork clams. We'll be digging possibly 3 types of clams. So some people use a rake. Some people use uh, the slender planting shovel, and other people use the pitchfork looking clam gun, and that's for steamers, butter clams, and horse clams. Okay, and if all things work out, we're going to be teaching you how to clean your clams so you have clams that don't turn out clam chowder that doesn't turn out green, and we're going to show you how to. We're going to do our best to try. This is day 2 here. We go to Watmo, have lunch, and then we do our little trip down to Watmo. Anella and I just want the skippers to know we actually thought about paddling down to Watmo and meeting the crew down there and switching them out. and letting the crew paddle back. If the weather's permitting, this is where Watmo, where my cursor is way down here, and it's really beautiful. It's just a beautiful sacred site, and so you could see it's a little paddle. It's a little paddle going down there, but that is to be determined. 3 o'clock, hey, we'll start cooking and visiting hour down at the center. Uh, I am doing a film screening with my friends at the Earth Law Center at 4 o'clock. It's Last Stand Saving the Elwha Legacy Forest. And it's online if you want to watch it too. It's a 22-minute film about us trying to save a legacy forest with our friends at the Earth Law Center. And then 5 o'clock, we'll have potluck protocol. We'll do our any presentations from our family. And then this is day two. So every day two, we have our skippers meeting. I put in parentheses what skippers, what this extreme 3 foot 4 minus tide looks like tomorrow. And should we get done, things get done early, we might do a little start traveling and moon phases with our Hawaiian relatives. Anella will be sharing how to travel by the stars should it be a clear night. And then we'll have a handshake and get ready for our departure for San Juan Island. On Monday, the tide again, it's a three. This might 7 a.m. It might be 6 a.m. Okay, we might want to get a little bit ahead of this extreme tide, and the tide will be going out for 6 hours. All the water in the North Sailor Sea will be coming through San Juan Channel. Okay, I'm a fisherman. I'm a lifelong fisherman. I'm a purse seiner. I've skippered a purse seiner and took out a gill net. I mean, so 3 foot 4 in San Juan Channel. You'll see some white caps. There'll be whirlpools. And so this is a Friday harbor tide. And again, that's at noon. If we get anywhere, I know we always go to Friday Harbor um, uh, just to dock should you get in early. I know we're going to talk about this when you come after you come around the point. I it's just going to be kind of good. The yeah, the canoes are they're gonna have a interesting time. But the tide will be with them all the way down as we get ready to land at 1 o'clock at Jackson Beach. Okay, and then we setting up, cooking prep and visiting hour. I was trying to do Slahal, but my trainer got called away and was unable to but hey, if somebody knows how to do Slahal, we'll play some Slahal. I know Canyon is bringing his stick game set, and so we'll have it on the agenda, and we'll start right there at 3 each day, and then potluck, our protocol, and finishing up. The wind does come up there at Jackson Beach, and so right around 7 o'clock, letting everyone get some rest. It'd be nice to wake up on the 19th on day two. If the weather's good, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm not putting it on the schedule, but we might take the canoes out for a morning ride. So skippers just knowing that. Hey, if it's not good and we're able to give, I know on day two on San Juan Islands, sometimes our safety vessels will take us around the island and do a little whale watching, go out and look for the Quahalmachton. The tide that day, it's a 3 foot 2 minus. So yes, we might bring our clam guns. Tribal members, tribal members, bring your tribal ID card. Bring your tribal ID. Okay. Youth, bring your tribal ID. We're going to do this as best as we can, and I just want everyone to make sure they have their tribal ID. Um, not saying they're going to hand us a ticket or anything, but I've seen things happen on this journey that, yeah, things happen. Hey, we're doing lighthouse visits. If you want to come out to Limekiln around 2, again, circling back for storytelling, visiting at 3. We'll be at the Friday Harbor Grange. This just changed in the last last 12 hours or 24 hours, I'm sorry. And so we was going to be at the second day on San Juan Island. So we're at the Grange. I put these all in, if you can notice, I made them all in bold. And so that's just to help you and everybody know. We've been there all the time. So it's in downtown. It's really nice for a 5 o'clock potluck from our friends at Spring Street International School. And then the skippers will have a meeting on that Tuesday night to talk about that 2'5" minus at 217. So, and then we'll conclude with a little help from our relative uh, doing some star traveling and moon phases, and we'll always have some teachings and some time to share. As we move into Wednesday, we're getting ready to head to Orcas Island. We'll depart on or around on May 20th at 7 a.m. from Jackson Beach. Stephanie's really good for being down there. Our friends sending off the canoes. And again, our arrival time coming up. There'll be a stop. I never put it on, but we usually stop on Shaw Island just for a little break. And again, that's to be determined by the skippers. Hey, if you leave at 6 o'clock, you'll get to Shaw, take a little break, stay close to the island. You don't want to be going right straight up San Juan Island. I'm just sharing this with the skippers, and that's just because the tide is ripping. It is ripping with whirlpools and everything. And so on that paddle up the San Juan Channel, I just kind of think getting up and getting out early and getting close to Shaw Island and staying close to Shaw on your way is my advice as a fisherman. The tide's low at 2. We'll be arriving at 1 at the Olga dock. Again, this is a new time from last year. We usually landed at, I think, 2 or 3, but just to make it easy for everyone. So we get settled in with housing and staying at Camp Moran and setting up there at the Taylor residence. And then, hey, come back down. We'll be visiting, storytelling, maybe doing a few presentations. It gets, all of us kind of know that have been doing this on orcas. Gets kind of cold early there. So yeah, we at the Olga Community Center, and we'll try and keep the potluck right on or around 5. Hey, if Orcas wants to move that up to 4, I'm game. Just let me know, guys, Sharon and whatnot. But I'm just gonna leave it at that. Uh, May 21st is really kind of special in my heart because last year it was the first time we did a sunrise ceremony on Thursday, May 21st on Orcas Island. Um, I forgot to change this. This is a 4:15 a.m. departure. Okay. I'm not saying it takes me 35 minutes to get up to the top of Mount Constitution, but I just getting prepared. I think if we're all up at the top of Mount Constitution by 5, remember the mountain is a lot taller. Our sacred Suela sunrise ceremony will be on or around 5 o'clock. Okay. And that's a really early morning. I just advise everybody, not that I bring long johns to Hawaii with me when we do the Gathering of Eagles in Maui, 12/12/26, December 12th through the 18th. Ha 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 ha. But I bring long johns because it is freezing. Okay. It's freezing at the top of our relative there, and that's just because it's at the level, and sometimes there's some offshore wind. And last year we had cloud. It was really powerful last year, and so just want to emphasize that a little bit. Hey, we'll have an early lunch, and then be over in West Sound for the noon visit to Haida. It's formerly known as Haida Point there, and this is It'll be a nice visit with our relative and Councilman Watatlam and his family. And then they're also doing a language a summit. They're bringing Uncle Kimokeo and they're doing a language. And then they're also doing a land back discussions and dialogue. And again, that's on or around 2 that afternoon. Hey, some of the youth, some of us, hey, you guys have the choice. You want to go do the hike with our relatives to Turtleback Mountain? We've never done this before. You go way on the west side there, and then you hike right up the sacred Turtleback Mountain. It is a sacred site. If you love to hike and need the exercise, this is going to be a real good opportunity. It is a big mountain. I'm not sure how high the hike is, but yeah, just be prepared that day and have your hiking shoes on. I just want to note too for everybody on these extreme tides and you're paddling, you're going out helping carry the canoe in, have water socks. Go to Fred Meyer's. They're like 7, 8, 9, $10. Because when the tide goes out and it's a rocky shore and there's barnacles, yeah, just make sure you think about when you go on these hikes. And the tide's low. Hey, at 3:12, they're in Crescent Bay. I just talked with our good friend Sandy, and he said, yeah. So some of us might be clam jamming and making some fresh clam, getting ready for our dinner in East Sound. This is our first time doing this, and it's a community potluck. We decided it's easier just to bring the people together and continue to gather as our stays on each island are just 48 hours. And so we wanted a little bit more community. I just suggested it because it's good to sit with the people, have protocol, a little cultural sharing. We'll do the skippers meeting, and that brings you to our day 7. This is our final day. There's no paddle to Bellingham this year. Okay, that's it's. I'll just be honest with you. It's too much work, and I just kind of felt the community wasn't really responsive to it. Getting funding, I mean, insurance on the beach in Bellingham was $450 that we could spend on food for our canoe families visiting from Maui. I mean, it was really tough the last couple of years trying to do this, but May 22nd, again, it's our last day. I suggest, okay, because there's a half tide. Okay, so if the paddlers leave at 5:30, and remember that this is an interesting tide. It's low at 5. It's a 5.4 low. It's a half tide at quarter to 6. And so if you leave a little bit earlier, maybe you guys leave at 5:15. I'm not one to say, but the tide you'll catch a nice you'll catch the tide all the way to Lummi Island, where the tide will be high just before 9 a.m. So that should be, I'm just saying it right now. We'll have fair tide. And I haven't talked with Lummi Island even about the visit, but we're just going to go visit anyway. Ray and our relatives from Northwest Indian College will just at least have a little break right there and visit the largest ancestral reef site in the world of the ancient technology of reef netting developed by our Clackamas people. And that's a sacred site there for tens of thousands of years. And so this will be again just a normal stop. 1 o'clock, we're arriving at the Stomach grounds. The tide, as you can see right here, it's still a minus tide. So moving our arrival date up to 1 p.m. Should the canoes just come right into Gooseberry and wait there for a minute, the paddle to the Stomach grounds is about a half hour to 20 minutes, depending on how fast we come in. And then we're still scheduled for the Wechlium House Last year, if you remember, we there was an emergency came up in the community, and we were down at the Stomach grounds. This is the one and only day where we're gonna feed our Chief Leshai family first. They will be the first to get fed as they're getting ready to. They'll be taking protocol first, but we're planning. I'm planning to move the dinner up to 3, if that's okay with everybody at Lummi, and that just lets us eat early. We'll have a lunch when the canoes arrive, and then we're gonna have a 3 o'clock. So it's boom boom, and we're doing protocol with our Chief Leshai canoe family because it's Memorial Day Friday. We want to get them on the road a little bit so they avoid some of that Friday traffic getting back home and we did a beautiful healing circle last year. It was just a very it was just beautiful. And we're gonna start our clam bake right away on the beach, and we'll Steve do the best that we can, and and then let me see. We just started our canoes for culture campaign. We're trying to get 3 canoes over the next 3 years for our canoe families to participate. We see that more and more we need to be. Um, I'm just trying to be a little bit proactive with continuing to bridge our communities, and that's what the Gathering of Eagles is all about. It is all about bringing the canoe families, bridging our communities. Um, for those that are my age, and I shared the story yesterday. It was Stephanie Buffum and I, when we decided to bring the totem pole out to the San Juan Islands is the first time. And so when we got this bright idea of bringing the canoes back, well, we're traveling and the canoes haven't paddled these ancestral waters since, treaty time. And so there's a long history. And so our culturally and spiritually spiritual work is motivated. Again, we want to do clam digging. Um, Here's some dates. Hey, coming up, that's what we're doing. Here's here's the dates for the Paddle to Nisqually 2026. July 22nd is the big day at Lummi. July 23rd that we'll paddle down. And here's a date for you, Friday, July 31st, 2026. That is when the canoes arrive in Nisqually for their 5-day potlatch, August 1st through August 5th. And our relatives have been working real hard. I think there's a canoe journey meeting today, and then there's, I believe, one on May 16th. May 16th in Quileute is the next actual tribal. And hey, if you don't have these dates for 12/12/26 for our gathering in Maui, there you go. They are highlighted, and our relative Nella will be doing the invite. And then, really quickly, I'd like to just say, hey, thank you. This is what we're doing. Um, we said we have a goal of 8K. Hey, the canoe's 21K, and that'll make sure our friends like Jacob John and his family, Canyon, Wilma, our elder, Waka, our family here, will be able to. We need a canoe. We've been doing this for 6 years, everybody, and so we're trying to uh, get our canoe so we can continue to share and care and bridge our communities. We grew up. I grew up in this community, and it was real racist. Okay, I'm just being honest. I grew up with racism, a lot of hate, a lot of us and them. And so, as a former tribal council leader And as a community leader, it's just really important that this work that we do is spiritually driven. It's it's all about building our communities and bridging our what I didn't have growing up, and a lot of us didn't have. And you can't be a politician. You can't. I can't do this when I couldn't do this when I was on tribal council. And so that's the organic grassroots effort that we do. Um, I never mentioned this before to everybody, but you know, our sponsorship is no longer with the Friends of the San Juan, and we had to readjust some of our fiscal sponsorship. Just really quickly before I turn it over to anybody for any questions, again, just emphasizing this is a come on your own event. It's camping. Hey, bring your own cup, bring your own plate, bring your own water bottle. It's really important. Bring your own utensils. There's bamboo forks and knives that you can make sure that, but we just want to limit our carbon footprint. We know we're past COVID. We're going to have water stations, and uh, we've come a very long way with our gathering, and you know it's been a journey. I mentioned this yesterday. Last year was a real tough year, and I'm just telling everybody. There was weather inclements, and it was really tough, and but we made it through, and that's the important thing about Journey. Um, this year, again, we just a little note on managing your own gear. If you want to go to Hobby Lobby and get the same color bandana, hey, they got same color tape and it's bright colored, and you just bandana all your gear because that's just an easy way to help all the ground crew manage everybody's gear, and that's just something I've learned over the years. And so you tape it up and put your name on it, or you have the same color bandana, and oh hey, that bright yellow bandana is Fred's. Um, let's see. Now is a good time to think about gifts. I want to mention I don't think we ever gift the safety boats that help us on that day, but the safety boats. You know, we want to remember everybody that's hosting us in the islands. You call me, all the skippers, if you need a count, or you want to call Robin, Stephanie, and Sharon in particular, and who to gift as we paddle throughout the islands, because I know that sometimes we forget about it. And that remember we're potlatch people, us as Clactamish, we are potlatch people, and so I just want to just emphasize that necklaces, blankets, bandanas. Hey, also note if you need medication or you're on medication and you're traveling, get them now. Get ready. If you're diabetic, if you're a vegetarian, oh my God, um, make sure you bring your own food. If you're lactose intolerant, I'm sorry, but bring lactate milk with you. Yeah, this is the importance of knowing and understanding that we just want everyone to be very fully sustained. I just emphasize these. Hey, if you know CPR, I know I mentioned this yesterday about you know, inviting some friends who might, you know, just to volunteer to help at a first aid station. It might be one person, but you want to make sure you have your first aid kits, etc. And there was just one last, and let me finish off by again just reiterating your camping gear. Okay, remember it does rain sometimes. We're a couple of weeks out. La Nina says we're going to have some good weather, and so I'll believe that right now. But make sure you check your camping gear. Everybody's welcome to come, and if you have to set up camping gear at my house on May 15th, come on up. Um, if you're camping, I know I'm helping Anella try and get some accommodations down because they'll be staying down near Anacortes. And so, rain or sign events. Let's see. Prepare yourself spiritually. Again, we're a lot of us have tender hearts, and I tend to try not to come expecting things ready for me. I'm again do this with nothing. I don't ask nothing from nobody, and I just know as a canoe family member since 2003 in the paddle to Tulalip that whenever we come into a community, we want to leave the homes and the campgrounds better than they were. Okay, a lot of bottles were left on Orcas Island. I'll just share that. And we want everyone to just make sure that we're taking care of our camp. Make sure you come prepared. Always bring something to the table for food. It might be a 12 pack of water, but maybe it's fresh fruit. But that's why we wanted to try and coordinate a little bit with some of our cooks to see what the main meals. Um, Hey, when we sign up, we want everyone to have their emergency contact numbers in case of such an emergency. Okay. Um, I just emphasize we don't travel alone. We want to make sure everyone's paired up or as a part of the group. And that's just a safety mechanism that we all can respect. Um, hey, some of our canoe families, bring your traditional regalia. Bring your cedar hats. If you have a cedar hat or a bandana, you don't even have to be tribal. If you're gifted with a cedar hat, wear it. Bring it. Come be a part. Come celebrate with us. Bring your drums, your rattles, your songs, your good words, and real important if you plan on helping with food, okay? I just want you all to go online and get your food handler's training card. Uh-oh, I'm at 1 o'clock. And this will help you learn just the basic food handling and prep. We always can use help in the kitchen. Not saying I went to the hospital on Monday because I didn't cook my hamburgers right this week, but that happens and it's awful. And hey, just want to emphasize that any of the cooks on the canoe families, make sure they have their food handlers training card. That's just really important because we don't want anyone on your crew to get sick. Okay. And make sure if any of your crew members or anybody has an allergy to foods, that I just can't emphasize that enough with just making sure that we take care of that in the best way we can. And sorry to try and get through all of that in 1 hour, but this is just getting us all ready and prepared and as best as we can. And I guess I'll go to Robin here. Actually, go ahead, Carrie, if you could. Carrie's number two, take down her number. And Carrie, do you have anything to add for me?
Yeah, great job, Freddie. A couple things. This is for Raymond Hilaire for sure, and any other skippers. I've looked online, and there are still ferry reservations available for the 10:05 on May 16th. If for some reason you don't get it, you can also go back 7 a.m., 48 hours in advance. So that would be the 14th at 7 a.m. And thank you, Freddie, for emphasizing the mess kits. I'll steal Robin's thunder and just say, hey, Lopez has put together mess kits for 30 paddlers, which include cup, water bottle, plate, silverware, possibly a bowl, but just emphasizing have the paddlers bring at least a water bottle and a cup. And the last thing I'll say is that as ground crew person, I consider the ground crew a canoe, and we have food, we have water, we will have supplies, including equipment for people. So if someone ends up without everything they need, if people are hungry, we will have things in camp. And I hope to coordinate with other skippers and ground crews on that. But we're all in this together. Looking forward to it. Thank you, Freddie.
Of course, yes. And something I had on the tip of my tongue here, and I totally forgot it. Go ahead, Robin Reed. Good to
No,
see
go ahead,
you.
Freddie. If you got it on the tip of your tongue, go
No,
for
I can't remember it. It
it. It'll fly
flipped. I
back.
had a drink of coffee and it went.
Oh, just a couple things. Uh, First, we were hoping that when folks land on Lopez, that after the landing ceremony, we might all gather on the beach, the ground crew and the pullers. We'll have a handout of just sort of a map. If anybody needs a map, they don't know Lopez and where different events are, plus also the schedule and transport options, and also accommodation for those that are staying with people. And so would appreciate if we could do that. And that's just a new idea today. And I think that would help a lot. It would cut down on the number of questions, and also others would feel probably more comfortable about what's going on. And then the second thing is the Lopez school issue. I mean, I just want to say we have a very strong team here, and they're doing wonderful things. So, and I didn't mention that at the front, but we had a little issue with this Lopez school because we can't use it because we don't have the proper liability insurance either at the museum or me personally, because I was the other option. And so I guess this is if Carl is still here, Carl Lorton. I didn't know whether you guys wanted to use the school and whether you're going to pursue that with Brady, or, and we can talk offline, but I was just curious
Okay.
your initial thoughts on that, whether
Oh,
you're
we loved it. It was great. But if it's an issue, that's totally up to you guys. We loved it because our kids were able to, isolate and kind of figure out what was going on. But if that is an issue, we can, I think down to the what is it, the Spencer Spit or something? I can't remember.
Beach, yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Well, if you would like it, we would be happy to pay the venue fee if you want to sign the release, if you can. I mean, in other words, if you would like to have access, please access, and we'll help you out financially to pay the fee.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to forward this to Suela,
Okay.
or he does all that stuff, and maybe he can call you like on Monday or something like
Got
that.
it.
How does
Yep.
that sound?
Yep. I've been texting, we've been
Yeah,
trying
I know.
missing each
We
other.
appreciate it. It's been crazy at school. I can't even tell you. So
Thank you.
yes, thank you. Thank you.
I guess just to answer a question too. Now the $64 question. What about showers? Are we still able to use the school for showers as we did? I know it's a weekend. Um, I just want to ask that question.
Yeah, I don't know the answer to that, and that
Okay.
might require signing this form also, and we've got that issue. So we do have 2 showers in the village that are freely available, and then we also, for folks that are staying in accommodation, they could go with their, the person they're staying with, and could potentially do showers. But that's 2 showers. That might be about 30 other people that are at the beach that might want to take showers. So 2 showers at a time is going to be a little tight. The nice thing about the showers in the village is they are very much in walking distance of the Lopez Center. So people could be trading and going back and forth and things like that. So that could work out. But we'll do our best to see if we can't use the school part, because there's a lot of showers there. Well, there's at least 4. So
Yeah, I think I just like how we did, if it's
Yeah.
available when the canoes land on Saturday
Yep.
from like 2 to 4.
Yep.
And I just say that just because it's 2 hours, and hey, if people walk in and they got to sign something, that the school is not responsible for the use and that liability. And so we'll talk, okay, a little bit more,
You bet.
Skipper, about that. And anything else there, Robin? We good?
No, but thank you, everyone. Wow, everybody's working super hard here, and making this going to be a wonderful experience for many people. Be safe, everyone. Thank you.
Thanks, dear. And we'll just quickly go to San Juan Island. Um, Miss Stephanie was on yesterday. I again just emphasize with all the skippers, just to make sure that all of your ground crew and crews watch both of our final Gathering of the Eagles orientation, because I said it yesterday and I'm going to say it again. If there's one pet peeve I have as an organizer, is somebody will say, "When do canoes land, Fred? Oh my gosh!" And so this orientation just helps bring everybody that's participating into the know. And so just really emphasize that with everybody. It just helps us help educate everyone and get everyone on the same page. And I see Jess. Hi, Jess.
Hey, Freddie. Hello, everybody.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was like, hi. Yeah, I mean, we're ready. We're excited. Seafood boil at Jackson's Beach the first night, or the 18th, when everyone arrives to San Juan Island. Yeah. And then I'm working with Seth for the second day, which I think everybody knows will be at Spring Street, not at the Grange this year. And I'm really excited. We're planning on providing mostly for the Chief Lachey kids, but for everyone, the special dome experience to you all spend a lot of time on the water and on the surface, and we have a cool projection planetarium to show underneath the Salish Sea. So I think that'll be a nice beneficial additive to the canoe families and everyone. So we'll do that before dinner at the second night at Spring Street. Other than that, business as usual. We're ready. We're excited. Can't wait.
That's great. Thanks, Jess. And Eva, you want to share anything? Oh,
Eva, you're on mute.
you're muted.
I would echo the excitement. And there's a lot of new people this year that have tuned in that have not had the experience to be present. And so, Freddie, I think, will there be like story sharing again after dinner that evening, or we'll just see, I assume.
Generally, I just kind of go with the spirit. So with if there's anyone that does protocol, I know our relative Lita will be visiting our family fire. She's unable. She's staying put, as are a few people, just because of the gas prices to drive from California to come up to participate is just outrageous. But yeah, we're excited. Um,
Great.
but thank you, friends of the San Juan. Thank you, Jess. Really
Hey,
good to see
Freddie,
you
not
guys.
sorry to
Go ahead.
interrupt. I think that the meal the second night on San Juan, according to Stephanie yesterday, is at the Grange.
Mhm.
It's
Yes.
been
Okay. I haven't
changed.
heard that. Okay.
Not, yeah, it's so anyway, just to make sure everyone knows, it's at the
It's at the
Grange.
Grange. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
it's changed.
hosted. Yes,
Yeah, it's
good.
hosted by Spring Street, but it's, yeah, they just had, again, being at the school, liability issues happen. And so thank you there. And then our relatives from Orcas Island, Sandy, are you still online here? I couldn't.
Hey,
Okay, go ahead, Che.
yes. So I'm just one of the helpers in coordination, and there's just a lot of excitement and interest, and I'm wishing everyone a very safe journey and excited to be able to be part of hosting you here. So I'll just say that much right now. Sharon and I she's in New York right now and involved in a big project, art project, and we're finishing up some details.
And anybody have any questions? Oh, sorry. Anybody have any questions? All right. If not, I really appreciate this hour that we spent together. Sorry to go over just a little bit, but it's a lot to go through. It's a lot to prepare for. Me in particular, I have a new sound system that was donated by our friend Miko, and so we'll have a portable sound system uh, at at uh, at all of our stops, which is will be kind of new. I'm not saying we'll have a, a microphone, a cordless microphone, but hey, we're gonna do the best that we can, and praying good things. Just bless all of you, our friends, Doug Mackey, Sarah Hart. Thank you, all for just helping all that you do. Sarah, I just can't thank you enough for the generous donation that you got us last year and this year. It just means the world to help us continue doing this good work in a good way. And again, bringing our communities together. Don't forget the Gathering of Eagles. We start summer in the San Juan Islands. So summer is starting. It always starts with the Gathering of Eagles. And this is one of those early years where Memorial Day is on on a week before. And just blessings to each and every one of you. Going to ask their creator, house, just to bless all of our family, all of our friends, all of our canoe pullers, and all of our ground crew, all of our organizers. As I mentioned to you, please don't let the world get you down. Um, we're gonna do the best that we can, and that's all we could do. Astitipsen, Siam Siaya, blessings to each of you, and thank you for taking this time to be with all of our canoe families, and just love and blessings to each and every one of you. And so we all raise our hands, turn on your cameras, and we'll all raise our hands in a good way with a good heart, and just all of us coming together, all of our canoe families, near and far, from Chief Leshai schools to downtown Friday Harbor, from the Olympia to East Sound. Thank you, each and every one of you. Love and blessings to each of you. And we'll see you in about 13 days, CMCI. And please feel free to call me, 360-391-7560, 360-391-7560. And if I don't answer, just give me a text. And love and blessings to all of you. Okay. ACM, thank you.